Hey friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you my updated PVE build of Tyrant Pistol Build. In my first build video I explained a lot already, including stats, skills, equipments and wounds. Here I am going to show you my new equipments, including fire and water build, which DPS wise is much better, especially for PSR and POG. But before we start, don't forget to show some love, like and subscribe. Alright, let's do this! First of all, I'm going to show you how the stats should be distributed and which attributes are important for instances. Dex is your basic stats to boost your attack for ranged classes, so max this out. AG improves the damage of your main skill's capoeira, so max this out too. You can put the remaining points to fit for survivability, or strength and int to boost your skill damage if you use Zenobia card. For legend instances, you need following requirements. In the following, you can see all my stats and attributes. For the skills explanation, you can see my previous build video. Otherwise, my skill distribution is still the same, focusing on pistol skills like Desperado and Capoeira. This is my equipment overview of main and shadow equipments. To boost your damage, you can use Voice of Soulbone as your offhand. Try to get Armor Breaker as high as possible for your Encha. In case you still need Ignore defense, you can use Vicious Wound. For offhand, you can use Alista, Torsol, or following card. For element build, I use Dream Eater's Disguise to boost element damage. Alternatively, you can use Soul Cage, Dragon Blood Armor, or Q's Armor. Try to get Morale 3 or 4 to boost your Ignore defense. For cards, you can use following cards. For Guardman, I choose Leather Pauldron to boost both my Ignore defense and skill damage with PDI as Encha. Zenobia, Moonwolf, or following card can be used in Guardman to boost your damage. I use these shoes to boost my attack and penetration. Alternatively, you can use Emperor of the Seas or Fair Judgment. Try to get high PDI as Encha. There are some good cards for shoes like Munista, Edgastar, or King Assassin's card. As low budget alternatives, you can use Water Spirit or Rainbow Fall card. Mainly, I use Fire build for this, that's why for accessories I use Heart of Molten Fire. Otherwise, I change my accessories to Emerald Button for water build, especially for POG. Alternatively, you can either use Diamond Earring for penetration or Steel Ambition for physical damage and attack percent. You need to get PDI 3 or 4 for your Encha to boost your damage. Moonlight Tender Star is a nice option for accessories. If you can get Devil Governor or Biopaper card, use them. Golden Law Enforcer is the best weapon you should use for pistol build. The weapon increases the damage of Desperado, which can be increased by each refinement. It's also very important to get tier 5 as soon as possible to improve your damage and chain action change. Additionally, one ammo will be reloaded automatically every 2 seconds. Try to get Arch or Morale 3 or 4 to boost your range damage or ignore defense. For cards, you can use Trickstar or Minostar card to boost your damage. For headgear, I currently use Snowy Owl to boost my element damage. Alternatively, you can use following headgear. Try to get high dex in your Encha. For cards, you can use following card or any penetration or damage related card. Cute Blower is one of the best face headgear we have so far. Optimize this one by refining this to +6. Other face headgear that are useful are as follows. For Encha, you can go with Morale 3 or 4 or PDI. Ocean's Attachment is one of the best move headgear for PvE. You need to get at least +6 to maximize the damage bonus from this one. You can use Moveable of Blaze, Lightfoot, Glutinous Imp, or any penetration or damage related move headgear alternatively. AG or Dex is the best one for the Encha. Currently, I use Rough Wing to boost my penetration and because the headgear has Morale 4 as Encha. To boost your damage even further, I recommend you to use Chicken Eggs or Black Cat Plucking. For Encha, you can also go with Morale 3 or 4. For Tail, you can use any damage related tail headgear such as It's Too Late, Rock Bunny, or Beautiful Ensemble. Try to get Arch as high as possible to boost your damage. For Shadow equipments, you can use following equipments. The Encha should be the same like the one for main equipments. For offhand, I recommend you to use Hellion Bracelet. Alternatively, you can use Fing Magic Bracelet for attack or Rosa Chain for ignore defense. For armor, Chosen's Armor improves your attack and physical damage. Otherwise, you can use following. For garment, I choose White Duke's Mantle to improve my ignore defense and skill damage. I use Saint Mary's because the shoes are good shoes overall for both physical and magic user. Alternatively, you can use Ranger Boots to boost your damage. For accessories, I recommend you to use either fire or water accessories, depending which build you currently use. Any accessories that are useful are also as follows. Ring of Loyalty also is a good option in combination with Chosen's Armor to get 5% attack. For the attack mirror, you can use either Bilgis Armor, Combustible Knife, or Claw. For the defense mirror, you can use anything you desire. For the relic, I recommend you to use Horn of the Unyielding for better survivability, or Lord of Wayne to boost your damage through penetration and higher element coefficient. In the following, you can see my recommendation for all equipment memories. For the runes, including Advance, Attributes, and Arcane runes, I didn't change any of them. You can see full explanation of runes in my previous video. You can see in my recent video my damage test for Ponape Museum and Lost Isle Legend. Now I'm going to show you my damage on PSR and POG. I was using full buffs including Penetration Food, Milby, and Small Alloys. For PSR, I used Fire Build including Fire Accessories and Fire Converter. For POG on the other hand, I used Water Build with other accessories and Water Converter. My damage per hit was actually okay enough for this instance, and Gunslinger can easily survive thanks to his auto anti-fatal. The cooldown of Carnage Copera is still annoying sadly. I wish the cooldown is reduced to at least 1 second. This was my first try with Gunslinger with this fire build. I could reach 50% quite easily, but sadly it took me about 4 minutes for that. Assuming it would take me more than 8 minutes to finish these instances, I just cancel it halfway. Adrenaline definitely makes it possible to finish this one. As I mentioned before, I use Water Build to test my damage on this floor. Similar to PSR, my damage here was also okay, at least as long as the Rage of Tyrant is activated, which gives you lots of penetration and skill damage. But sadly, you need really high DPS for this floor because the less your DPS is, the often he would create his HP shield, which is super annoying. I couldn't even reach his HP to 80% without him summoning his HP shield, so I gave up on this run because even if I would survive all boss attack, it would take me tens of minutes or even hour to finish this one. In the following, you can see the list of pro and contra of using Gunslinger for PvE. That's it, that was my updated PvE build of Tyrant. In my opinion, this class is definitely worth it to try and can compete with some of PvE classes. Yet, this class still can't reach the DPS of hero classes, which is expected for classic classes. In the following, you can see my suggestions on how to make this class better for PvE. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Feel free to ask and give comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. See you soon, your FLyTuT.